In this video, we'll be making book paper flowers. So in your kit, you'll find some book pages and some templates. And you're also going to need a pair of scissors, a pencil, and a hot glue gun. A hot glue gun works best, but regular tape will also work. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut the templates. So for the petal template, we're going to use this later, so we'll just set it aside. But first, to make one flower, it takes 4 pages. So you're going to take your template and you're going to cut out or trace and then cut 4 squares from 4 of the pages. Alrighty, so we have 4 squares. Now each of these squares, you're going to fold it 3 times to make a triangle. That's 1, fold, 2 folds, and then 3 folds. So you want to do that for the other 3 pages too. All right, so we have our 4 little triangles, and now is when you're going to use this petal template. So you're going to trace and then cut out petals from these folded up squares. And you're just going to want to make sure that the way you cut, the open side, you're not cutting that side, you're cutting the side that have the folds on them. So you can cut right around using the scissors, or you can use the pencil to trace as well. Show you what it looks like. So in the end, each square will have 8 petals. So you're going to want to use the petal template and do that for the rest of the squares. Just making sure to cut on the folded ends or the folded sides. All right, so we have our 4 flowers. Now we're going to cut them. So the first one, we're going to cut out 1 petal so that we have 7 petals and 1. The second one, we're going to cut out 2 petals. So we have 2 petals and 6. The next one, we're going to do 3 petals. So we'll have 5 petals and 3. And then the next one, we're just going to cut in half. And one of these is extra, so you don't need it. So we'll just have the 4 petals there. So now you'll want to plug in your glue gun so that it warms up, because we'll need that soon. But now you can curl the petals. So this, you can either use a toothpick, or you can just use your fingers to curl it. Or if you have a curling tool, you can use that too. But just using your fingers works as well. And for the last one, that's just 1 petal. This one, you can just roll in on itself. Like so. All right, so all the petals are curled. Now we're going to be using the hot glue gun to attach the sections together. So some of these, especially for the ones with less petals, you just might have to gently bend the paper a bit. But I'll start with the largest one. And if you don't have a hot glue gun, you could use a piece of white tape on either side as well. So when it comes to little pieces, this is where you might just have to just gently bend the paper a little bit. And for the one with two, you might have to kind of roll it a little bit. All right, so we have all of our layers of the flower, and now we're going to assemble them. So we're going to start at the bottom, and when you assemble them, just make sure that you're alternating the petals. So there's 2 petals there, and then 1 petal in between. Ish. All right. All right, and then for this last one, I'm just going to do a shoot of hot glue gun down the center, and then stick this rolled one in there. And there you have it. So there's enough in your kit to make 3 flowers, and you can hot glue gun the back to a brooch, or to a barrette, or to a magnet, or to a tack for a cork board. You could also recycle some of your own books to get more paper, and then make a whole bunch of them and attach them to a hoop of cardstock or cardboard to make a wreath. Or you could buy some floral wire stem and some floral tape, and attach some floral wire stem and tape to the end and make a whole bouquet of them. So it's up to you what you'd like to do with it. There is your book paper flower.